Jada was back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 2 episode review video. But before I get into that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in watching or rewatching The Walking Dead to pay attention to that episode title. I'll put that title in the description. If that's the case and you're not caught up, well, I suggest that you don't watch this video any further simply to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 2 episode number 7. The title of this episode is called Pretty Much Dead Already. This will be my review, reaction, recap of the episode. And keep in mind, I've seen this episode multiple times before in the past. I'm just doing a review of it now due to the fact that they've announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead will be the conclusion of the flagship Walking Dead series. So, Glenn, at the urging of Dale, finally tells the group that the barn is actually full of walkers. Now, the group inspects the barn, and Shane, of course, believes that they should clear the barn. But Rick believes they need to get Hershel's blessing since they are guests on his farm. Shane criticizes Rick for continuing the seemingly pointless search for Sophia, infuriating Daryl. Now later, Maggie does confront Glenn about revealing the barn's secrets to the group, but Glenn says her personal well-being is more important than her affections. Carol tries to stop Daryl from searching for Sophia alone, but later comes back to show her another Cherokee rose blossoming, or blooming I should say, helping to restore Carol's faith they will find Sophia. Now elsewhere, Rick does confront Shane about his defiant attitude, and then they just both argue until Rick says that Lori is pregnant. As Rick leaves, Shane congratulates him, but is shocked and scared by this revelation. Rick approaches Hershel about the walkers in the barn, but Hershel refuses to allow them to harm the walkers. He, Maggie, and Jimmy bring him to a forest swamp where two walkers are stuck. Hershel insists that if Rick's group is going to stay on his farm, they must treat the walkers as people, and shows Rick how to snare and lead the walkers back. Meanwhile, Shane confronts Lori about her pregnancy, believing himself, of course, to be the father. Lori denies this claim, and Shane storms off, but Carl stops him and asking him questions, insinuating that they stay and search for Sophia. Dale, witnessing this, probably gave a Dale face, warns Andrea about Shane's erratic behavior, and I guess Shane's behavior is a little bit erratic, and then distracts the others long enough to take the weapons from the camp to hide them in the swamp. Shane discovers the missing weapons and tracks down Dale, demanding he return them. Dale gives them to Shane, but warns him about losing his humanity. Shane replies that they are pretty much dead already, the title of the episode, and gives a Dale face. And Shane and Dale have this conflict, and it should end. And then Shane comes back with the weapons, and he arms the rest of the group as they converge on the barn, just as Hershel, Rick, Jimmy, and Maggie come back with the captured walkers, you could say. Shane screams that the walkers are not people and shoots one of the captive walkers before breaking the locks off the barn doors. Walkers start to file out, and Shane, Andrea, T-Dog, Daryl, and Glenn execute the zombies while the others watch in terror, kind of, especially Hershel. Now, at the last moment, Sophia emerges from the barn as a walker, dead and zombified. And everybody in the group, I think, is shocked. Carol goes ballistic. Daryl grabs Carol and hugs her down. Shane doesn't know what to do, and then Rick goes over to Sophia and shoots Sophia. He's the only one to step forward and shoot her, and that's really how the episode ends. So it was, a big payoff. Sophia goes missing in Season 2, Episode 1, What Lies Ahead. And we have these episodes searching for her, which I thought kind of slowed down the show a bit. And then this was our payoff. And it was kind of predictable. Like I said, when I started watching the show from the Well Walker episode, which I think is Cherokee Rose, I sensed Sophia was in the barn. So, I don't know. Some people might have been shocked by it. I wasn't. But it was definitely a good episode. And it really focused on Shane. He did a really good job. I think rewatching this series, and this is like the mid-season finale, Shane does an awesome job. Dale does a pretty good job. T-Dog is phenomenal. Those three characters, in my opinion, are really doing good in seasons 1 and 2. And, other characters obviously eventually step it up, like Carl, eventually. But they are phenomenal in these reviews that I'm doing. So I'm going to give the episode a 9.3 out of 10. I think it's a really good episode, and it gives you a huge payoff, although predictable in my opinion. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So first of all, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you love or like this series, go ahead and smash that like button. If you don't like The Walking Dead and wasted your time listening or watching this, go ahead and hit the not like button. If you know anybody else that you think would be interested in listening or watching this particular video or any other videos, go ahead and share the video with them and let them know that they can share it with other people. Don't forget to leave a comment. And I know maybe you haven't watched the episode recently, but your thoughts on the episode, your score, your favorite character, your favorite moment of the episode, leave that in the comment section. I mean, I think the best moment of the episode is when Sophia zombified comes out of the barn, because it's like that shocking reveal, in my opinion. But maybe everybody else has a different opinion. Maybe it's when Dale tries to hide the guns and Shane catches them. And then, of course, after you're done commenting, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to this channel, join the team, show your support, and really, ultimately, be a part of something special. And keep in mind, JDev will return.